Close your eyes for a second. Picture the 90s. Bright neon, baggy jeans, and the smell of French fries wafting through the air. Kids everywhere were clutching Happy Meals, trading Pokemon cards, and maybe even convincing their parents for just one more stop at McDonald's before heading home. But here's the crazy part. The McDonald's menu you remember isn't exactly the one you grew up with. There were items, some wild, some weird, that disappeared almost overnight. Flavors and concepts that defined a generation and then vanished. Some of these items were revolutionary, some were bizarre experiments, and some, let's just say, probably shouldn't have existed at all. In this video, we're taking a deep dive into 10 forgotten McDonald's menu items that 90s kids still remember. From burgers that tried to be fancy to pizzas that were, well, surprising. You're about to see the McDonald's you never knew existed. Number 1. McDLT. If you were a 90s kid, you might remember the McDLT. It was all about the science of temperature. The burger came in a divided styrofoam container, hot on one side, cold on the other. The idea? Keep the lettuce and tomato crisp and cool, while the beef patty stayed sizzling hot. Genius, right? But the McDLT was more than just packaging. It was a statement. A statement that McDonald's was trying to be sophisticated, even a little gourmet. And yet, despite the fanfare and commercials, it didn't last. Maybe it was the container that seemed excessive, or maybe people didn't want a burger in a box. Whatever it was, it vanished from menus by the early 90s. For those who remember, it wasn't just a burger. It was a moment in McDonald's history. 2. McPizza. Yes, McDonald's once tried to compete with pizza chains. The McPizza was a full-sized personal pizza, but here's the thing. It took forever to cook. Imagine ordering a pizza at a fast food counter and waiting 15 minutes, maybe even 20. At a place famous for 90-second burgers, stores struggled to keep the ovens running, and the supply of toppings was tricky. Some customers loved it. Many were just confused why McDonald's was serving pizza at all. Eventually, it disappeared, leaving only memories and rumors, and maybe a few melted cheese stains in abandoned kitchen manuals. 3. Arch Deluxe. McDonald's called it the burger for adults. The Arch Deluxe had a more sophisticated flavor profile. Peppery sauce, leaf lettuce, tomato, cheese, and a special bun. The marketing was massive. Commercials with grown-ups enjoying McDonald's grown-up burger, like it was a fine dining experience in disguise. But the Arch Deluxe backfired. Kids weren't interested. After all, McDonald's was their domain, and adults weren't convinced a burger with fancy sauce was worth the hype. It became a case study in marketing gone wrong. Today, it's remembered as the burger that tried, and spectacularly failed, to be grown up. 4. McSalad Shaker. McDonald's got creative with salads too. The McSalad Shaker was exactly what it sounds like. A salad served in a cup, with dressing included, that you could shake up to mix everything together. Fast, portable, and supposedly fun to eat. It sounded like a hit. Healthy food on the go, a clever twist for kids and adults. But the reality? People struggled with it. Lettuce ended up everywhere but the mouth, and some dressings leaked. Still, it's remembered fondly as one of McDonald's more ambitious menu experiments. Healthy, interactive, and a little messy. 5. McRib, early 90s version. The McRib. Few menu items are as legendary or as polarizing. The early 90s version was different from what you might see today. Pork, tangy barbecue sauce, onions, and pickles, served on a perfectly shaped bun, created a cult following. But it wasn't always a permanent menu item. It came and went, creating scarcity that made fans obsessive. People would track where it appeared, almost like a secret menu treasure hunt. And that's why, even decades later, 90s kids remember the McRib and still get excited when it mysteriously returns. 6. Hot Fudge Sundae Pie. If you thought McDonald's desserts were all about sundaes and apple pies, think again. The Hot Fudge Sundae Pie was like a chocolate lover's dream in a handheld package. A crispy crust filled with creamy vanilla ice cream and topped with warm, rich fudge. It was indulgent, messy, and completely irresistible. But here's the thing. It was a limited-time experiment. Perhaps it was too decadent for the average customer, or maybe McDonald's just didn't know how to market it. Either way, it disappeared from menus, leaving only memories of sticky fingers and the kind of chocolatey satisfaction that makes you wish it was still around today. For 90s kids, it wasn't just a dessert. It was a moment of pure bliss. 7. Mighty Wings. Before chicken nuggets became the unquestioned star, McDonald's tried something a little bolder: the Mighty Wings. These were not your average wings. They were spicy, flavorful, and designed to compete with traditional wing joints. A pack of 5 or 10, perfectly breaded, with a kick that made you reach for a soda, or 3. They had potential, but the timing was off. McDonald's kitchens weren't optimized for wings, and wings are notoriously tricky to get just right in high-volume fast food. Despite a loyal fan base, the Mighty Wings vanished. Yet those who tried them still remember the heat, the crunch, and that feeling of, wow, McDonald's actually did wings. 8. McGriddles, original flavor. Today, McGriddles are breakfast staples, but the original flavor was something you had to taste to believe. Sweet, fluffy pancakes sandwiched with savory sausage or bacon and melted cheese. Breakfast in one bite. The flavor combination was unique, unusual, and utterly addictive. But back in the early 90s, it was a gamble. Sweet and savory together? People weren't sure, yet the ones who tried it immediately fell in love. The McGriddle showed that McDonald's wasn't just burgers and fries. They could experiment, surprise, and even redefine breakfast. Number 9. Snack Wrap, original version. Before wraps were everywhere, McDonald's tested a small handheld idea: the snack wrap. Chicken, lettuce, cheese, sauce, all wrapped tightly in a soft tortilla. Portable, easy to eat on the go, a perfect snack or mini meal. The original version had a different sauce and seasoning that made it feel fresh and new. People loved it, but over time, changes to the recipe and fluctuating popularity led it to fade from some menus. Still, for those who remember, it was the perfect combo of convenience, flavor, and 90s nostalgia. Number 10. Bubblegum Shake. Now this one is pure 90s magic. The bubblegum shake, yes, actually bubblegum flavored, was a pastel pink, sweet, and totally over-the-top milkshake. Kids loved it, parents tolerated it, and the color alone made it irresistible to Instagram-less 90s kids snapping photos with their disposable cameras. It was fun, it was weird, and it was delicious in that sugary, childhood-only way. But it didn't stick around long, probably because adults didn't get the appeal. Kids, though, they never forgot it. Looking back at these forgotten menu items, one thing is clear. McDonald's in the 90s wasn't afraid to experiment. Some items worked, some failed spectacularly, some never made sense. But they all created memories, sticky fingers, excited whispers over a new flavor, and the thrill of trying something different with friends or siblings. These menu items weren't just food, they were moments in time, a reminder of an era when going to McDonald's wasn't just about grabbing a meal, it was about experiencing something new, fun, and sometimes outrageous. So the next time you bite into a Big Mac or sip a classic shake, remember, there was a time when McDonald's dared to dream bigger, sweeter, and stranger. And for 90s kids, those dreams live on forever.